Yo, what up, though? Yeah, you know what it is. If you know that sound, you know what it is. This is the place where we talk shop, we talk sports, and yeah, we talk a little shit. It's the Showdown. Yo, what up, though? It's your boy OG Tim Wilson. I am here with Big Ed and Wayz, and we are the Nasty Boys here to talk a little sports, talk some football. It is getting to be we're heading into fantasy football season again. So as we get ramped up and people get hyped up into fantasy football, we've been joining leagues and doing our research and getting prepared for the real drafts and not the old bullshit that we've been doing, playing around, taking drafts, 3 months early and shit. But people get impatient because they get excited. I ain't gonna knock their passion. They just need to calm the fuck down. That's all. Just calm the fuck down. It's okay. It's fantasy football. There's reality too. So let reality take precedence. While people do what they gotta do. And then we can get to this shit. It's okay. We got time. Calm y'all asses down. I said, I got a lot. I got a lot up here right now. I don't want to do this right now. I got a lot going on in my head. Big Ed, what's happening with you, man?
Nothing much, man. Waiting on Friday. Or Saturday, rather. Saturday.
What's happening Saturday?
Having a big barbecue for my birthday, and I can't wait.
Oh, okay. Well, happy be early birthday. And we'll do a birthday thing again if we get together this weekend. But in the meantime and in between time, in case I don't see you, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Wayz, what's going on with you, man?
Man, not much at all. Quite literally not much. After this past weekend, I'm just relaxing.
This motherfucker is chilling. He's at home binge watching reruns of Golden Girls.
Look, hold on. First of all, have you been on my internet? What's going on? How you know this?
I can tell, man. You got that Golden Girl look about you today. So anyway. Woo! So anyway, man, I've been myself been doing okay. I had a nice relaxing weekend. You know, I got to see Stephen Marley and Lettuce. I went and watched some boxing on Saturday, and then Sunday I found there's a spinoff from the series All American called All American Homecoming that takes place at school where Simone went to the black college, and that's been I've been binge watching that for the past few days. So and it was good. I enjoyed it. I did season 1 in like 3-4 days. So but yeah, it was cool. It was enjoyable. If you like All American and you get into the story, then you can follow it a lot better. I'm not sure what it would be, how I would have received it had I not watched the other All Americans. Anyway, that said, Wayz, what's going on, man?
Oh, we got football, more football, fantasy football, which includes more football.
Then let's do this and get started.
Cheers, fellas.
Cheers. Whew. Not gonna say it hit different, but it hit different. All right, so let's jump right into it. One of the bigger stories this week: Kyler Murray receives $230 million contract with a very interesting stipulation to the contract. And that is he has to complete 4 hours of independent study, basically of watching film, each week.
Man, you are breaking up like crazy, Joe. I mean, I think we all are because we're running through your server, man. You breaking up. It's pause and stop. It's stop and go a lot. Yep. But yeah, 4 hours a day of independent study of playbook and film study and that kind of shit, man. That's an interesting stipulation.
That leads that leads me to believe that he wasn't studying film like he should have been for the last 2 years.
Or at least they feel that way.
Yep.
From what I've heard,
to sign it, he agreed.
he had to.
From what I've heard, is he stated before that he doesn't watch film.
So did Gronk, but he was lying.
Yeah, Gronk was lying. You can't play with Tom Brady and not watch film.
Yeah, you can't be as good as Gronk, consistently as consistent as Gronk without understanding the game at that next level. Right. But I think maybe they feel like that. This is just my thought. I feel like maybe they felt like that's why he always have that second half fall off. You notice he tails off in the second half of every season.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they are feeling that that's because they catch up to your game, and considering since you don't study enough film, you don't put enough time into the studies of your craft, that they can catch on to what you're doing and you have nowhere to go once they take that from you because you don't study enough film to know, hey, I got another avenue.
Right.
We need to figure out what the hell they doing to stop me. And he never figures it out. And they go down. So it's interesting. I don't know how I feel about it. He should. I guess he could be offended, but $230 million take the sting away a little bit, right?
Yeah, right. It does.
Well, that brings me to another question. Is he worth $230 million?
If he got it, he's worth it. That's how I feel.
Maybe, yeah. I guess to them, yes.
If you're willing to pay it, then goddamn it, I'm worth it.
Because when you compare him to someone like Justin Herbert, I don't know if he really deserves that kind of pay when he doesn't put up the same numbers.
Justin Herbert got a payday coming up.
Oh yeah,
his payday ain't come yet. So we gonna see.
Same with Joe Burrow.
His payday coming up. I mean, you compare him to people whose payday ain't came yet. So you can't say he's not worth it because of those guys when their payday ain't came yet. Yeah, that got what? $40 million a year, some shit like that.
But doesn't Kyler Murray still have 2 years left on his rookie deal?
Yeah,
he did.
Yeah, he did.
He did. Not anymore.
I think they might have jumped the gun.
I don't know.
You think so? He wasn't happy. He was ready to start. He was ready to start being a problem.
Yeah, and
he wanted to get out of that rookie deal because so it was time to either do something different or pay the man. And y'all already did something different, and that he was the something different that y'all already did.
Yeah.
You remember they took a quarterback first round the year before they took him. I mean, they took a quarterback first overall the year before they picked him first overall.
Right.
They picked Josh Rosen, and then the following year, first pick again, Kyler Murray. So I guess and so this time they hit, and this time they saying we're not letting this one go. You got to pay the man. You got to do it. You got to do it. What'd you do if you let him go? What'd you do?
Pray a lot.
But I still see it with him 2 years left on his deal. I still got you for 2 years, at least one more year.
Yeah, but do I want you with a bad attitude running my squad?
Exactly.
But then,
do I really want that?
Also, doesn't that hurt his chances for another job, though?
No.
I hurt his chances to get the contract that he got, but he'll get another job.
Mm-hmm.
He's a quarterback, man.
Look,
it's the most sought after position in the NFL.
Look,
yeah, but with with that study clause put in his contract, that leads me to believe he's not willing to do what he needs to do to be great.
So you make
do
him,
it now.
You make him like
He
they
got to
just
do
did.
it now.
And I could guarantee you this: because of that clause, it's just going to make him that much better of a player. Because it's not like he's a shit player, So having that clause is going to make him better.
I agree with you. That might have increased his stock.
Mm-hmm.
As far as a quarterback, they may have just increased his stock. As weird as that clause is, it's only weird because we've never seen it in a contract before. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't mean it doesn't have value. It adds value to him as a quarterback. But think about this, Big Ed. Here's my question.
Mm-hmm.
Name the team in the league that wouldn't want him. Somebody that already has a quarterback. You mean to tell me Carolina wouldn't pick him up if they put him out on the market? Do you think that ruins his chances to get a job at Carolina? You think that ruins? Look, Cleveland just paid $200 million to a guy that's out here fucking masseuses.
I'm saying now. Here's an even better one. You think Tampa Bay wasn't jumping on an opportunity to take a young quarterback who can be under the tutelage of Tom Brady and has all the talent in the world already?
But is that with or without that clause?
Regardless, even without the clause,
you're getting tutored by Tom Brady.
To me, without the clause, it drops his stock. Because
you're saying that nobody else that he would be out of the NFL if he decided he didn't want to finish out this contract, or he finished out with a bad attitude, his rookie contract, and he didn't get that clause, that he would be out of the NFL.
I'm not saying he'd be
out
of the NFL, but
what's your point?
To me, it would drop his stock.
To what?
Probably a bench player.
No.
Really? You really think he would be a bench player in the NFL? You think there's going to be
Is he really showing you that he could lead a team by not studying?
Well, we don't know that. We don't know that he's not studying.
They wouldn't have put that
okay, but you're saying if he finished, I'm saying you said he should if he didn't finish out his rookie contract. So therefore, this contract wouldn't exist. So we wouldn't know about that clause. That clause wouldn't exist. So we wouldn't have this assumption that he's not studying.
I could give you three reasons.
But if he just finished out his rookie contract,
but the owners talk to each other.
So what are you saying? You're saying 32 teams would say he's not a starter on my team. If he just finished out his rookie contract and with a bad attitude and finished out his rookie contract, and you saying that ruins his stock, okay, but he leaves.
Okay,
you think there's 32 teams in this league that would say we don't want him?
First thing,
are you serious?
You know what you're signing. How are you going to sign a rookie contract that you already know is going to last 4 years, but in your second year you're going to start disputing the contract? Because you are outplaying your contract. Mm-hmm. I'm playing better than what this contract. I'm playing better than what this contract did. After 2 years. But I don't think he's after 2 years, I'm saying I'm outplaying this contract. I'm worth more than what I'm getting paid. Mm-hmm. I'm worth more than that. And I get that. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. The second year, he was in the playoffs.
Who they play in the playoffs?
They lost to the Rams.
Yeah.
Wasn't he hurt last year?
Momentarily.
The year before. Wasn't he hurt for most of the year before?
No.
Not most of the year, but he did get hurt.
He got offensive rookie of the year that year.
Okay, so I'm still not getting your point. Are you saying that there's 32 teams that would say he's not a starter?
I'm not saying that.
You're saying he would be relegated to a backup.
In my eyes, it would drop his stock.
To what? To a backup?
Damn sure not no $230 million contract.
Why not?
Because he hasn't proved he's worth it.
Why not?
For one, he's proved to me that he's not willing to put in the work until he signed a $230 million contract.
No. You using the benefit of what you know by this contract. This contract don't exist. You don't know that he ain't studying.
Arizona.
You don't know that, but you don't know that.
But you don't know that. The owners talk to each other?
Hell no, I'm not telling you my quarterback's weakness. I'm not telling you my quarterback's weakness.
No, why would I tell you my quarterback's
I'm
information?
telling you my quarterback's weakness.
Why do that when in 3 years?
You're not stupid and you think I am. I'm not telling you my quarterback's weakness. What's yours? If you want to tell me your quarterback's weakness, tell me that.
That's like Arby's giving goddamn McDonald's the secret sauce recipe. Why would you do that when you know their competition and you can make money off of them?
Okay, let me put it this way. All 32 teams have at least 2 scouts on their team where their job is to scout the other teams for potential trades.
And you're saying that Kyler Murray has not shown to be worth more than a rookie contract?
Not
Is
yet.
that what you're saying right now?
Not yet.
You out your rabbit ass mind. How about Justin? You think Justin Fields is king of the earth, but this motherfucker that's been to the playoffs has been lighting the league up, has not earned more than you out your rabbit ass mind.
I'm going to give you the 2 reasons why he has earned that money in the end. Year 1, offensive rookie of the year. Year 2, made the wild card of the playoffs as a second-year quarterback.
Bam. Bam.
That's the reason why he earned that money with Arizona. Now, if he were to go to be traded over to Tampa Bay and then ask for that money, Tampa Bay is not dumb enough to give it to him because he hasn't shown Tampa Bay that kind of worth. But to Arizona and what they've been through,
but if he would have finished out this rookie contract unhappy, and now I'm unhappy and I'm ready to go, I'm going to hit the free agent market because y'all made me sit on this rookie contract when you knew I wasn't happy, and he plays out and he wasn't happy. You mean to tell me as a free agent, he would only get picked up as a backup and wouldn't get a big contract? You out your mind.
When you go to jail, you got to spend 3/4 of your time. He should have to spend 3/4 of his goddamn 4-year contract under that contract.
Let me tell you something. If I'm a rookie and I come in, I'm rookie of the year, light it up. Second year, I'm lighting it up. Yeah, we make the playoffs. Yeah, we lose in the playoffs. But I am on a trajectory. I'm going upward. I know my value to this team is greater than this rookie contract. I want more money. I want my worth. And you say no. You have the right to say no. You are absolutely correct. But now I'm not happy. So now when this rookie contract is up, what's the odds that I'm going to re-sign with this damn team? They are slim to none. And you know what? When I hit the free agent market, I'm going to get the money because I'm Kyler Murray now. I'm Kyler Murray. I've proven my worth. So when I leave this,
in your 5th year,
Deshaun Watson just got over $200 million and ain't played the whole year.
He hasn't played in 2.
He might not play this year.
That's Cleveland's fault.
It might not play this year.
That's Cleveland's fault. I don't think he deserved that.
So you don't think it's another team in the NFL that would look at Kyler Murray and say, y'all can say it's my fault if you want, but I need a quarterback.
Nah.
You don't think Carolina will pay that motherfucker if they about to pay Baker Mayfield? You don't think a team like think the Bears would take him over Justin Fields?
They probably would, but
you don't think Minnesota would take him? There's so many teams.
Minnesota would take him.
When you sign a contract, you should have to do at least 3/4 of that fucking contract before you can say no.
You ain't got to do 3/4 of the contract before they cut your ass. So fuck that. I'm gonna say I want more money, and if I say I want more money and I'm worth it, you'll give it to me. If I say I'm worth more money and you don't give it to me, well, that's on you.
Hey, look.
Let's see if he's worth.
Dak Prescott thought he was worth more money. He tried to get more money before his rookie contract was up, and he by right, he really was kind of right. Hold up. Let me finish this, Wayz, because this is perfect. Dak Prescott, before his rookie contract was up, wanted more money. Dallas said no. Jerry Jones said, you're under contract. Fuck you. You're not getting $20 million a year. When his contract came up, and it was time for him to go, he said, fuck you, I'm out unless you pay me double what I wanted to when I said I wanted out. And guess what? He got it. You know why? Because you waited. He betted on himself. You waited. You betted on yourself. You betted he couldn't live up to it. He betted on himself. And now you end up paying him more than you would have paid him if you would have just signed him back then. And if you would have said, you know what, you're right, you're exceeding this rookie contract, and he was a 4th-round pick, you know, he was getting peanuts by NFL standards. You're exceeding. Instead of saying you're worth it, you are exceeding your rookie contract. Here's a new contract. Hold up. Hold up. If you're exceeding your rookie contract and we're going to pay you more money. If they would have done that, they actually would have won because the market was still kept going up. So since they waited until his contract was up, now the market went from here to here. Now you got to pay this much money to keep.
See, that's a different situation.
No, it ain't.
Yeah, bullshit. Because a first-round draft pick and a fourth-round draft pick get paid a hell of a lot different.
It don't matter. They still got a cap. They still got a rookie cap. It's still not what I'm worth. It's still not what I'm worth to your organization.
And that's why Dak should have been able to get out of his rookie contract.
No, it's not. He can't get. It was a contract. He couldn't get out of it. It was up to Jerry Jones to say, "Come on, sit down. We're gonna pay you." But Jerry Jones said, "No. Well, I'm paying you $400,000. I can keep building around you. I'm not giving you more money. I'm going to keep you right where you are because this is what I want you. But screw that. Earn it. Finish this contract." So he had to finish it. Then Jerry Jones had to pay more. So what do you think if Kyler was to stay and show out, hit the open market, now you got to pay more to get him because the other teams are now competing with you. You got him now where you don't have to compete with them. All you got to do is sign him. Mm-hmm. All you did was sign your own guy and kept him and paid him more to make him happy so that we can have you going further. We can have you. We don't have to when the market hit $500 million, I already got you for $2.
Yeah.
Because you best believe the market's keep going up. Lamar Jackson ain't taking less. So if you wait, you're going to end up paying more than you paid today. So it's smart on their part to do it.
At the same time, it's actually going to hurt them because they're not going to be able to put quality pieces around.
They already got it. All they need him to do is show up and show out. They got D-Hop. They got a good running back. They already got pieces.
They got Rondale Moore.
Around him.
Yeah, they got all the stuff he needs. And the only thing they didn't have from him,
what they need him to do is study film.
Exactly. And they ensured their success by putting that in the contract, because if he does not do that, that contract is now in default, which means he is not getting paid the money he wants because of his own lack of responsibility and going against the stipulation in that contract. So they covered their ass. They made that contract worth that amount of money because they knew he wasn't worth the $230 million without adding that stipulation.
I'm telling you, they looked at the future that's coming. Deshaun Watson has set a standard that other big time quarterbacks are looking at, saying you got to pay me more than that. This dude ain't played in 2 years. He ain't played all last season, and he might not play this year. And you already paid. I've got there. At bars are gonna do. What we gonna do? We gonna sit up and wait till the bar keeps going up and wait till his rookie contract is over? Let him get the open market? Let a team like Detroit, who might be tired of Jared Goff, say, okay, we got big money on the cap, and we're done with that Jared Goff experiment. We'll give you all the money in the world, and now we got to get this dude all the money in the world just to keep him or start over? Oh, no, we ain't gonna do that. We got our guy. Mm-hmm. I got my guy. I'm gonna commit to my guy. That's smart business.
I don't know.
That's smart business.
A 500 record doesn't equal $230 million to me.
The 500 record doesn't represent the player.
If you're saying a quarterback is 100% responsible for the record, then that's you as a bad owner. That's you as a bad owner.
Yeah, one player doesn't represent.
But if you're telling me you'd rather start over than continue with the guy you have, you feel like you got your guy, and he is. I think he's solid enough for me to say this is my guy.
Point blank, you're not going to change my mind about it. He's not worth $230 million to me.
He got it.
Yeah, he got it.
Okay, well, he's worth it to them. That's all that matters. You ain't got it to pay. You don't have it to pay. They do, and they said he's worth it because they paid it to him.
Remains to be seen.
Bingo. It's done. It's already seen.
No.
That's why we're talking about it. We already saw it. He already got the money. He got the contract. He already got it.
Yeah. Ain't nothing they can do about it now.
He's worth it. He's worth it to them.
To me, they overpaid.
Now,
Put it that way.
while we're on the subject of while we're on the subject of contracts, Roquan Smith is holding out with the Bears during training camp due to his own personal contract issues. I haven't seen any specifics on what those issues are, but he's clearly not happy with his current contract as well.
I would like to say one last thing about that last thing. He talked about 8-8 contract, blah, 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 blah. You know what they were before they got Kyler Murray? The worst team in the league. They had first overall pick.
2 years in a row.
They were the worst team in football. Mm-hmm. They went from that to a playoff team in 2 years.
That's also because they paid Chandler Jones and they paid J.J. Watt and they paid D-Hop. But with Kyler eating up,
was J.J. Watt still worth it?
Contract.
I know. It's not about that. It's about committing to my guy because I got him. This is my guy. I'm gonna have to pay him eventually.
You're telling my team. You're telling your team. I'm only willing to pay him. That's it.
No, it's not.
Fuck everybody
That's not
else.
No, it's not. You already said they already paid some other guys. Some other guys already getting their money. Mm-hmm. It's telling your team we are willing to commit to this. This is your leader.
How many years you think J.J. Watt got left?
They're telling their team this is your leader. This is our guy. We found our quarterback.
This is the only guy that I'm going to pay.
No, it's not. They got to pay everybody. They got to pay everybody. That's the game.
I guarantee you.
Kansas City paying Pat Mahomes more than that. That's they got that. They ain't paying nobody else. That's how it goes, bro. It's not new. Look at all the players Cleveland picked up. Look how many people they paying. Besides Deshaun Watson, they're paying other players. They're telling their team that we have committed to this as your quarterback. And he is going to, and with this contract, he's also going to commit to you to do the best he can and be the best that he can be to win for this team, to help you guys win. Let's win a championship. Because if we start over, then what are you telling your team? If we start over, we're telling your team we don't care about winning. All we care about is keeping pocketing all this money that we got and putting asses in the seats. As we needed, now we got to go pick up a quarterback. Now we can pick up Sam Darnold and see where that takes us. Because we're looking for the trash that everybody else is leaving out.
So when it comes time to restructure his contract to pay somebody else, is he going to pull the Tom Brady move and restructure his contract?
Nobody pulls Tom Brady. Nobody has to pull the Tom Brady. It's your job.
They're going to have to.
It's your job to figure it out, bro.
Yeah,
that's what you get paid. You get paid more than the reason you get paid enough to pay me is to figure this kind of shit out.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why you get paid enough to pay me to figure this shit out.
And
figure it out. Tom Brady the only one to do what Tom Brady do.
And to logically answer your question,
never gave him no money.
To logically answer your question, Big Ed, none of us know whether or not Kyler Murray would lower his pay to make sure he has a better team around him. You could.
If he's only in the second year of his deal, I guarantee you he's not going to restructure his contract.
So what?
So you're telling me you have telepathy, you can read his mind. Is what you're trying to say.
He's not.
You're telling me that you side with
that you're a diva.
You know what the greatest thing, and I've heard this before. I heard this from I think it was Shannon Sharp that said it, and he said it best. The most ingenious thing that the NFL did to their fans is make them side with billionaires over millionaires. Mm-hmm. Because that's what you're doing. No, you're acting like billionaires can't afford these millionaires. Well, bullshit. Figure it out. Okay. That's what you get paid to do. Mm-hmm. But if you want to keep me as the leader of your team, as the quarterback of this function, then you've got to pony up or somebody else will. Period, point blank. Yeah. You can start over. And nobody wants to start over and try to find another Kyler Murray because they don't fall out of trees. Mm-mm.
Okay.
They themselves are testament that first round picks don't always pan out. Because before they picked him, they picked Josh Rosen. And he's barely surviving in the league.
Yeah. He barely made his 2 years. Out of the 4.
Look at Danny Jones. Daniel Jones. You don't think the Giants would grab that motherfucker in a heartbeat? If he hit the open market, you tripping. You don't think the Giants would grab Kyler Murray in a heartbeat if he hit the open market?
Hell, Seattle.
All the money. All the money.
Yeah.
Shit, you better lock in your guy when you got
My
your
thing
guy,
is,
lock him in.
I know he can't hit the open market until his 5th year.
And I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
So I'm not going to pay him that money.
And you know what? He's going to be worth
more than fine. He's worth
years and laughing.
But I got a team built around him, though.
But I can be in my 5th year laughing at everybody else that's paying all this fucking money, saying I didn't do the Jerry Jones
And
when
shit.
I could have got away with paying Dak half of what I'm paying him.
And that's even till if he makes it to his 5th year like that.
Oh, he will.
That's the chance you take regardless.
Because wasn't he actually hurt last year, too, for a little bit?
That's the
games.
chance you take regardless.
Okay, so 2 years in a row, he's had injuries.
That's the
His
chance you
first
take.
2 years in the league, he's already had injuries.
Okay. All right. But that's a chance you take regardless.
So to me, like I said, and ain't nobody gonna change my mind on it.
I know, because you're a Chicago
Not
Bears
worth it.
fan and y'all don't have y'all have no concept of how to get a good quarterback and keep him. That's something that y'all have never done.
But you gotta prove you're that good.
Yeah, that's something y'all have never done.
You gotta prove you're that good, and I still say
I think he
that about
has.
Justin Fields.
He has proved he's that good. He has proven that he's better than a rookie contract. He has proven that he's worth more than what he was getting, and that's why they paid him to it.
22,
That's why
20
they paid him.
22, 23, and 1 says that you're worth $230 million.
You
That's a
had
team
the
record.
first pick in the league. You had the first pick in the draft before he got there.
That's a team record, anyways. You can't hold that against Kyler Murray.
You were the worst team in football for 2 years in a row before he arrived.
He's not worth $230 million.
For 2 years in a row before he arrived, you were the worst team in football.
But 2
You
years
have not
into
been
his
there
contract-
since.
2 years into his contract, he's not.
You
worth
are in the playoffs.
$230 million.
2 years into his contract, you are in the playoffs from being the worst team in the league.
Okay, I go and lose a wild card game. I barely made it to the playoffs, and I lose in the first round. But I'm gonna go ahead and give this quarterback $230 million.
You goddamn right I am.
No,
You
I'm
goddamn right I am. Because
He's
2
good.
years ago, I was the worst team in football.
I'm not.
3 years ago, I was the worst team in football. I was the worst team in football 2 years in a row. And you think my fan base gonna come out here if we fucking let this dude?
So basically, you saying the reason that they went to the playoffs, the only reason they went to the playoffs.
No, you're saying that's the only reason they're.
It's
You're
Kyler
saying that's the only reason they got the record they have. You're saying that's the only reason they have the record they have. But the biggest change that's happened to that team over those last 2 years has been the quarterback. And Josh Rosen led them to the worst record in football for the second year in a row.
Yeah.
So that's why they went for a first overall pick again.
Peyton
And
Manning.
got the rookie of the year.
Peyton Manning did the same thing in Indianapolis.
No, he didn't.
Bullshit.
They didn't get the first pick in the draft the following year.
Okay. They didn't get a high draft pick.
I said first overall pick.
Peyton didn't lead the league in interceptions that year.
Didn't get the first overall pick. Kyler Murray didn't lead the league in interceptions last year.
I didn't say Kyler Murray did.
Oh, okay. So then what's your point?
Indianapolis wasn't gonna give Peyton Manning $230 million his second year.
No one was getting that kind of money at that time.
Thank you.
They weren't even gonna give him the equivalent of it his second.
Because back then rookies could get big contracts. That was before they changed the rule. Matt Stafford was the last quarterback to get a big contract on the first, as a rookie. He was the last one. After Matt Stafford's year, they put a cap on rookie contracts.
Yep.
So rookies don't get the big money until they can prove
so
it.
they didn't have no more Tim Couches and shit.
Exactly. Exactly.
Jamarcus
And this
Russell.
is not a Tim Cap. This is not a Tim. Look, imagine what Josh Rosen would be on that team now. They would have been handicapped with his big ass contract for 2 years and holding Kyler Murray to the
But
big
he didn't
contract
have a
right
big
up
ass
the back.
contract. Josh Rosen didn't have a big
I know. That's what I'm saying.
He's saying if they did.
He had his rookie contract.
I said if it was like Peyton Manning's day, if it wasn't for the rookie cap, they would have been. But because there's not, now they have the rookie cap, rookies only can make so much. And he's saying, I'm worth more than the rookie cap. And they agreed.
And to
That's
me,
why they paid him.
To me, not in 2 years.
To me, they have because they paid him.
In 2 years between him and J.J. Watt,
Yeah.
those two individuals has grown that team significantly.
You know what? I'm not posting this in the group because Big Ed is making us look bad. You're making us look like we got some dumb fucking owners in our group because that don't make no sense what you saying. Okay. It don't make no sense whatsoever. That you'll let this motherfucker hit the open market or rather pay him twice as much in 2 years.
No,
just because you want to be hard.
He's got at least another year on his deal to prove to me that he's worth. And
he's already done it. He's already done it.
Well, no, he hasn't.
No, he hasn't. They paid him.
You give me a 500.
They paid him.
You give me a 500 record. I'm supposed to give you 200.
No, you just said that he's not 100% responsible for that. When I said they made the playoffs, you said, "Well, you said he's 100% responsible for making the playoffs." So you can't put him. You can't put the record on him.
No,
they didn't have his number one receiver all last year. Boom, D-Hop was out all year.
D-Hop was out, and he still made the wild card. That is significant for a second-year player. Year. All right, we got to get off of Kyler because we just spent the first half hour of the show on Kyler Murray alone. We got a couple more pieces of news. We got a couple retirements. And we got some, we already got season-ending injuries. We got Danny Amendola and Chris Carson, both retired this week. Danny a couple of days ago, Chris Carson this morning.
And that's why I don't like to do fantasy drafts too early because shit happens before the season starts, and I need to be as close to the season as possible before I draft, so I know that the guys that I'm drafting ain't out for the season. Mm-hmm. I like to know that.
Yeah, Chris Carson especially, with Chris Carson being a fifth-year player and him having to retire because of his neck injury and his going into his sixth. That's a I know a lot of people have already drafted him because of these early drafts.
Right.
Now, we got some season-ending injuries. Both the rookies, the Texans wide receiver, not even an injury. John Mechie III was diagnosed with leukemia. So he's potentially missing. He's going to potentially miss the season this year, his rookie season. Then the Chiefs rookie.
Who's that again?
John Mechie III.
Michi, yeah.
Michi? Okay,
yeah, I think it's Michi.
Okay. But yeah, he'll be missing it. And then the Chiefs rookie wide receiver, Justin Ross, is definitely out for the season after having foot surgery.
Yeah, and we holding drafts before training camp. I mean, that don't make sense, man. Yeah. People get hurt in training camp. People get hurt in OTAs. People get hurt in preseason. It's one thing to get hurt in the season because that's part of the game. But if I will, when I started avoiding drafts that happened before preseason, the year Michael Vick got hurt the first preseason game. Mm-hmm. Michael Vick got hurt he had a season-ending injury on the opening game of preseason, and it was sad for anybody that picked him because he was a first-round pick that year, and people picked him first round, their first pick overall, and he got injured on the first preseason game. Now the season the season starts, you already fucked because you ain't got no QB. You scrambling for the rest of the season, and for the whole season. Yeah. That ain't right to me. That ain't right to me, and I try to avoid that. And I've never held my. I like to hold mine probably after the third week of preseason when there was 4 games. It's still 4 games, or did they cut it down?
I think it's 3 games now.
Three games.
Yeah, so they replaced one of the preseason games with a real game. Yeah, when it used to be 4 games, I would always do it after game 3. Because that is one more game. Okay, so at least I'm and normally the starters didn't play the 4th game.
Right.
it was normally that was the make it or break it time for the walk-ons and shit.
See, me personally, I prefer to set for the leagues I'm very serious about, like the Showdown league we're gonna have. I prefer to set up that draft to be a couple days before week 1 of the regular season. That way, going into practice a few days before that game, that Thursday night game, we have a better understanding of who's entered, who's not, who's looking good, who's going to be starters, who's going to be second, or the second string, who's going to potentially be second, who's second string and potentially going to be starters. We have a better outlook of what the season's going to look like at that time. So that's what I would prefer to do, is have that right before the first game of the year.
Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with that too. That's another thing, and that's how I looked at it too. Was that it was always 2 to 3 weeks before the regular season start, and I'm okay with that. I haven't set my draft up yet, but I haven't looked at it for the Nasty Football League, but that's how I've always done it. I always went after the third game. So now there's only 3 games, so I got to figure out what I'm gonna do differently. Maybe after the second game, I'll do it. It gives you a chance to see a little bit of action on the field, but at the same time, you can hopefully avoid the major injuries to your main guys. Like last year, Etienne getting hurt, early, and people had picked him real high. Even though I was fortunate because I had picked him real high in the league, and then changed my mind and cut him. And somebody was like, who's stupid motherfucker cut this dude? And I looked at it, I was like, I got him mixed up with somebody else, and I cut him by accident. So I was the stupid motherfucker that cut him. And then he got hurt. Then he took a season-ending injury the following week, and I was like, oh, I guess I wasn't so stupid after all. I was a genius. I knew something.
Now, speaking on
Big Ed is still. What are you Googling, Big Ed? Big Ed is Googling something.
Oh, I'm just looking through the injury list.
No, he always trying to upstage Wayz. He always trying to upstage Wayz.
Those are really the more significant ones so far. There is one new signing this week, as of a few hours
Julio
ago.
Jones.
Julio Jones with Tom Brady. He's over in Tampa Bay.
Yes, sir.
I've heard people already say, well, he's injury prone. He's got the right quarterback then, who's going to make sure he's in a safe space when he's catching them balls.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's going to be a hell of a interesting thing. And he's got Mike Evans on the other side. And isn't Godwin still with the Buccaneers, or did he move on?
Nope, he's still with them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's scary. And then you add in Kyle Rudolph. Yeah. They need to work on the running back situation because Leonard Fournette does not look good right now.
Hold up. Big Ed had a problem with you calling Kyle Rudolph's name. Go ahead, Big Ed. What you
it ain't that I had a problem.
I saw the face you made, man. I saw it.
There was one name that he left off that list.
Which was?
And I think he's actually going to be a sleeper this year. Tyler Johnson from right here in North Minneapolis.
I can see that, but I'm going to wait. He's one of those, for me personally, one of those wait and see players.
I don't know. To me, he's Tyler Johnson reminds me of one of them players that Tom likes to find when he needs to.
Mm-hmm.
And Tyler's been there for him when he needed him. The last few times he's been in there with him. So I'm looking for Tyler Johnson to have a big year this year.
Is he a receiver or a tight end?
Yes, he's a receiver.
Okay.
Yeah, he's more of a slot receiver.
Good luck finding some time with Godwin, Evans, and Julio in there.
Yeah, but
good luck picking the spots.
With 2 injury-prone receivers.
I heard the thing about Scotty Miller. Little Scotty Miller, he's so fast, and then Tom Brady's going to use that guy like Welker and blah, blah, blah. Scotty Miller never amounted to shit.
I can see.
But
I can
That's
see
how
Tyler.
Big Ed is. He'll pay that guy because he's got a
No,
local
I didn't say
angle.
I'd pay him.
I'll pay him $200.
I can see Tyler being more of an Amendola role. He's one of those players that's not going to be really highly considered, but he's going to be really sneaky for those first few years because Tom Brady's going to catch him when he's coming out of that, more likely on a drag route or a slant, and he's going to hit him every single time.
I want to take a short break because I gotta nighten up the outside of my house, and I gotta get something in here. I gotta get something in here to blow some air because I'm hot in the fuck. And Wayz, try to figure out what's going on because your shit freezing up left and right.
Yeah, it's breaking up bad.
Okay.
It is.
You act like you on a Nokia phone.
Yeah. This is the Showdown. Yo, and we are back in the Showdown, man. I had to nighten up the house. Y'all know what that means. For those that's new to the Showdown, when I say I'm nightening up the house, I'm lighting up the house. That's basically making sure all my doors are closed and all the lights are on around the house because I live across the street from a hangout, a neighborhood hangout, and shit goes down over there. Mm-hmm. I need to make sure that my house is nice and lit up on the outside so that shit don't go down over here.
Right.
Feel that.
Otherwise, I would have to bust a hollow point in somebody's ass.
Look, that's hood-free security. That's what that's called.
Yeah.
Almost free security. You still got to pay the electric bill.
Yeah. It's all right. I am on my ass.
All right, so if you guys are ready, I'm ready to go ahead and start jumping into this fantasy football stuff.
Okay, talk to us.
Now, I decided I was going to try something a little different than what most analysts and individual podcasts or whatever are doing with their fantasy football questions and ideas. Out of all the starting players this year for each position, who are the bottom three for each of those positions?
The bottom three?
Bottom three.
Out of starters?
Of starters.
Okay.
And we can start with quarterback.
That's tough because I don't know who's starting in some of these, but I'm going to give you my bottom three quarterbacks, though, that I think I will be starting. One that's probably not going to start the whole year, but I think he will start the year, and that's Sam Darnold. Another that's on the chopping block as far as I'm concerned, the starting lineup is Drew Lock.
Oh, yeah.
And one that Wayz likes, and he likes a lot, and that's Mitch Trubisky.
Look, I ain't going front. Yeah, I like him a lot.
My three, I'm going to go Carson Wentz, Davis Mills, and another one that Joe likes a lot, I'm going to say Tua.
I knew he was going to say that.
That's fair. That's fair. All right, so my bottom three quarterbacks, I got Drew Lock, obviously, Marcus Mariota, and Carson Wentz. Running backs.
Running back is tough because I don't know who I was going to be starting, but I'm going to go with one I know for sure, and that's Ezekiel Elliott, who I'm giving a bottom out to. Leonard Fournette, who's been previously mentioned. And I'll go with, I think there's going to be some fall off from Melvin Gordon.
Oh, yeah. That's a good pick.
Yeah, he had a decent year last year, but I think he'll have some fall off.
I'm going to go Ezekiel Elliott, Cordero Patterson.
Ooh, I don't know. Ooh, that hurts, kind of. I ain't going to lie.
And Rashad Penny.
What? Oh, okay, my bad. With Chris Carson gonna get into you, Rashad Penny, no, that's a no-go. He's going to be top. Not 3, but top tier.
We'll see.
All right, my 3 is Ezekiel Elliott, obviously, Aaron Jones, and David Montgomery.
I knew he was going to say that.
Yeah, just because he's a hater.
Yeah, I knew he was.
Whoa! It ain't because I'm a hater on the Bears.
I knew he was coming at you.
Khalil Herbert is the true starter for the Bears.
Yeah. What, the 4th year in a row?
Khalil Herbert is going to be the top guy.
No, Khalil. No, he's not. David Montgomery's going to be the top guy.
Top at the bottom, maybe.
I'm going to spell him.
Y'all done? I want y'all to go at it. If
just
y'all
like Alexander Madison is going to be the best running back on the fucking Vikings this year.
I don't know about all that.
Because Dalvin Cook's going to be on the bench hurt again.
Well, that's a we'll see.
How many years he been hurt?
Doesn't matter. I'm not going to put Dalvin as a top.
Everybody considered Dalvin. But he's hurt every year. What's the best saying in football right now? The best ability is.
Look, Dalvin Cook's hurt every single year.
Score.
Folks, I want y'all to get used to that because Big Ed uses that every single.
Well, it's true. You can't.
Whole crew is frozen in time. All right, so moving on to wide receiver. That's why I went with Brandon Cooks because I think Brandon Cooks might be okay. In fact, if I can scale back, I don't know if he's a starter. He would be considered a starter, but I got Van Jefferson was really my third choice. But I kind of took him off because he changed the stipulation of starters, and I don't know if he's a starter.
Okay. You want to repeat those because we were frozen completely, and I did not catch any of it.
Okay. All right. I said Tyler Lockett, Adam Thielen, and Brandon Cooks / Van Jefferson.
Ooh. Okay.
Whose phone is going off? Somebody's phone is buzzing.
Yeah, it was it was my camera going off on my phone.
See, it's always Big Ed. Every time, if you hear some weird shit, it's usually Big Ed. That's the kind of guy that think Kyler ain't earned a contract. Anyway.
Let's see. Go A.J. Brown in Philly. Jalen Waddle. Because Tyreek just came and took his spot. And I'm going to go with another Seattle receiver, DK Metcalf.
Okay. I can get with those. I have Adam Thielen, Randall Cobb, and DK Metcalf.
I was thinking Randall Cobb too. Actually, he almost made my list. He was in my top 5 to name.
Yeah.
But did you say a random Thielen?
Adam.
It sounded like you said random Thielen. That was random.
All right. Tight ends.
Tight ends, I'm going with Evan Ingram. Gronk, don't draft him. Don't draft him. I'm telling you, it's a wasted pick. It's a wasted pick. Who else? I'll go with CJ Uzuma.
Ooh, that one's hard for me. Because I don't agree, but I don't disagree at the same time. He is a really tough one for me.
Well, he's going to the Jets, and we don't know. I don't know what Zach Wilson is yet.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
He may have, it could be that's a boom or bust pick, man. I would say if it's a late pick, tight end 3 or 4, and he's sitting there, I wouldn't shy away from him, but I probably would. I'm thinking that in the lesser, depending on how many teams are in your league, you're probably going to find him out there on a waiver wire. But if you're in like the Iron Man, the 20-team league, then he'll probably be there in late rounds. And I would say it's worth taking a chance because I think he's a boom or bust because we don't know what Zach Wilson is going to be.
Right.
Big Ed.
I would actually say the same thing about Hunter Henry in New England. I'm actually going to go against my heart and pick Cole Kmet.
Ooh.
And I think Noah Fant's going to struggle this year.
With Drew Lock as his quarterback, I could see that.
Even with Geno Smith as his quarterback.
Yeah, that's true as well. I got Hunter Henry as well. I also have Evan Ingram. But I do think that TJ Hawkinson is not going to get the numbers that he had last year due to the number of threats that Goff has now with his wide receiving core and his running backs with the sweeps or the screens.
So you're saying TJ Hawkinson is a no-go?
I say TJ is a no-go. And not because of talent.
You said I say?
TJ Hawkinson is a no-go for me. Not because of talent, but because there's too many other threats out there that it could be utilized.
Fair enough. Although I always find that is a good reason why he find himself open more often. I look at that the other way around. I think tight ends find themselves open more often when there's bigger threats on the outsides. So because you got to cover those receivers, you can't make sure that you might lose sight of that tight end more often than you would. So, but fair enough. I think he's been very good. I think he's been good, but I think he's been underachieving, quite frankly, to get versus the hype since he's been in the league. He's had big games, but he's never really had a consistent season, in my opinion. From a fantasy standpoint, he never really put together that consistency. He's always a decent pick. He's always a good pick, but for some reason you can't. It doesn't seem like the kind of guy you've been able to count on week in and week out.
You talking about Hawkinson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's that. That's those.
Yes. Now, we got to move on to the must-have players in each position.
Okay, can we take a quick break real quick?
Yeah.
Man said, can we take a quick break real quick? We're going to do that for him, all right? So this is the Showdown. We'll be right back.
This is Mixlaw Production.
Big Ed had to take care of, he got taken care of, and it was a chance for me to go grab another cold one.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we back.
All right. So now we're going to go over our top three, or not top three, sorry. Our must-have players for each offensive position this season. You can have however many you want.
I think 3 is a good number. Let's stick with 3 because I don't want to start running down a list.
All right. Starting with quarterback then.
Josh Allen must have. If you can get him, get him. I don't think quarterbacks are easy. I don't think there's any. Josh Allen, Pat Mahomes, and Justin Herbert. That's my 3.
Okay.
Sorry, I was muted.
It was a big head moment.
Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, and Joe Burrow.
Okay. Josh Allen, Justin Herbert,
And
what? What were you gonna say?
oh no, you had froze for a second.
Oh, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, and Tua. No, I'm playing Patrick Mahomes.
No surprises.
You know
there.
you was gonna put 2 in there.
No surprises there. No surprises there.
Running backs.
Back. Jonathan Taylor. Nick Chubb. This is hard because you got to factor in durability. Who else has been? I'm gonna say even though he hasn't been full season, he's still worth picking. Aaron Jones. I'm gonna pick Aaron Jones, even though I know Wayz got something to say about that. But
I ain't even gonna say it. I've said it plenty of times already.
He's been consistent. He's been consistent. He lasts the whole season, and because he has such a worthy backup, they don't have to wear him out. So I'm going with Aaron Jones as my 3rd must-have running back.
Okay, that's actually a good list. I'm gonna go with Jonathan Taylor, Austin Eckler, and Joe Mixon.
Austin Eckler was right there in a debate for me with that for that last spot, and I chose Aaron Jones because I think he's just been more consistent. But yeah, Eckler is a great pick.
Okay, Jonathan Taylor, obviously. Then I might lose you guys on these two, but Penny over in Seattle.
Definitely lost Big Ed. He said, "Don't touch him."
I just don't think their offense is gonna be shit. Period.
Okay. And then Travis Etienne.
And I don't know what he is yet, so I wouldn't say he's a must-have. I wouldn't run from him, but I can't say he's a must-have because I don't know what he is yet.
I wouldn't run from him. Maybe a running back 3.
I might even find him earlier than that,
Maybe
but I'm not going to run from. I don't know. I wouldn't say he's a must-have though.
No,
because I don't know what he is.
Right.
I've not seen him. I feel like you must have seen him before you can say he's a must-have.
right.
That's fair. That's absolutely fair.
Let's see here.
Wide receivers.
Cooper Kupp, Jamar Chase, and let's all say it together.
Debo Samuel.
Brandon Ayuk.
D to the motherfucking bow.
I'm gonna go Cooper Kupp, Hunter Renfrow, and as much as I hate to say it, Justin Jefferson.
Ooh.
Okay. Don't hate it. I know you don't really hate it. You know talent when you see talent.
But as a Bears fan, I hate to say it.
You can put being a fan to the side. This is an analyst position.
Exactly. We're not being fans.
You can't.
We're not being fans right now, sir.
I put Adam Thielen as my bottom 3 starting wide receivers, and I can't.
And you put David Montgomery as a bottom running back.
Because I don't see it.
Running backs in the league.
It's not because he's a Bear.
But he's been one of the top 5 running backs in the league.
Not last year. All right, so I got Justin Jefferson, Stephon Diggs, and Devontae Adams.
That's a good list.
Okay. Tight ends.
Tight fucking ends.
I'm going Kittle. I'm going Waller. And I'm going Kelsey.
That's a good list. I'm gonna go 3 tight ends that you should. If you got 3 tight ends on your team, these are the 3 tight ends you should have. Mark Andrews, George Kittle, and because Mariota's gonna be running for his life, Kyle Pitts.
I can't disagree with that at all.
Yeah, interesting. I like it.
Yeah. I have Waller, Kittle, and Andrews.
Yeah.
Those are good ones.
I can't argue with any of those picks. I can't argue with any of those picks. All good picks. So basically overall we named 4 tight ends, right?
Yeah, basically. All right, so now we're getting to the hard stuff here.
All right.
Round 1, common mistakes in drafting. This could be player or position wise. So any players you think are common mistakes people are making in picking round 1 or positions.
If you pick a kicker round 1, that's a mistake. I don't know. It's hard to say. Christian McCaffrey has been a mistake, a first round mistake that's been commonly made. It's still hard to say that if I got down into 6 or 7, and it's my pick, that I probably would make that mistake again. I've made that mistake in the past, and I'd probably make it again if he's there on my pick. Quite frankly, it's one of he's my Achilles heel of a mistake that I've made over and over again.
Okay.
Mine is more of a strategy that a lot of people pick with. And a lot of people go with their favorite players or favorite teams.
Oh, God, I hate people that do that shit.
Avoid doing that.
Unless your favorite player is Debo and your favorite team is the 49ers. Then go for it.
But yeah, that's the most common strategy that I see. Is a lot of people they just go for their favorite players or their favorite teams, and yeah, it kills the draft for one, and it shows you're stupid as fuck for two.
Yeah.
This is coming from a guy that will pick Justin Fields in the first round.
Actually, no, I waited until the 4th round to pick Justin Fields.
Okay, that's still too early, bro.
And actually, no, I take that back. It wasn't even the 4th round. He ended up being my 4th quarterback.
Okay. So you're like 4th round. Good Lord, bro.
And actually, if I remember right, I picked him up off of waivers.
No, you didn't. You drafted.
No, I didn't.
You were
I
talking
did in
that
one
Justin
league.
Fields shit the whole year. Well,
I did in one league.
my top 3 this week is Justin Fields, and
Nope.
Justin Fields.
Nope. You go back through the
My heavy hitter is Justin Fields. And I say he's a rookie playing his first game, man. You can't put him as a heavy hitter. I'm putting Justin Fields.
All right.
So,
I got 3 that have not been named. Number 1, quarterbacks. Quarterbacks in general should not be making it out of the first round or making it into the first round, especially since the majority of drafts or leagues are PPR. Fuck off, lady. Derrick Henry. A lot of people are not going to agree, but Derrick Henry is someone you should pick later than the first round. There's so many more.
he's not going to be there later than the first round. Him and Christian McCaffrey are the same boat.
Yeah, exactly.
The first round mistake that you can't help but to make if you're picking at a certain time in the draft and he's there.
Exactly.
He's just a first round pick. You can't help but you're going to make that mistake because he's there. And I agree with you on Derrick Henry. I can't agree wholeheartedly on quarterback.
I've done 5 mock drafts, and Derrick Henry has gone within the first 5 picks in every one of them.
Absolutely.
He's going to do it. It's going to happen. But at the same time, his history says he's going to get hurt.
Yeah.
Dalvin Cook's the same way.
Yeah.
I don't agree 100% with the quarterback, but I get it though. I'm not a guy that normally goes after a quarterback first round. I used to adopt a philosophy, but my philosophy has been altered over the years because I've been in so many different type of leagues. I used to adopt the philosophy of I take my quarterback in the 4th round at all costs. I don't care what I do the first 2 rounds. Quarterback, I was going 4th round because no matter what quarterback you get, he's taking every snap.
Yeah. With PPR scoring, I usually go 4th or 5th round for a quarterback.
So quarterbacks always have value, even some of the lower tier quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But but some people, not everybody has that strategy. Everybody has their own strategy. Some people look at it differently, and they see first round. If Pat Mahomes is there at pick number 7 or pick number 10, I'm grabbing him because he's gonna give me numbers. Yeah. He's not just going to give me numbers because he's a quarterback and he's taking every snap. He's going to give me numbers because he's Pat Mahomes.
Same with Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, so that happens. And it's happened for me. It's backfired. I don't do first-round quarterbacks often. I try to avoid it. I have done it. It's usually backfired against me, but I've also had my strategy of waiting till the 4th round backfire against me as well.
Yeah.
I always look at the league and what I'm up against. That's important. The league, and I don't. Quite frankly, to be totally honest, Wayz, this is the last time we having this kind of a topic. I don't like talking strategy on this show because my opponents might watch this show, and I don't want my opponents knowing my strategy because I know one opponent in particular who likes to study your strategies.
Man, you talk about someone that likes to take jabs.
Yeah, talking about jab. He likes to study your strategies. He watches. He likes to do mock drafts. He watches. He pays attention to how you pick in every draft that you're in commonly, and starts trying to pick the players that you were picking before you get to pick them. Mm-hmm. Because he's paying attention. He studies your draft strategies, and that's what he does. And So giving out secrets like this is the reason I quit SWG in the first place, because he was having meetings where we talk about strategy, and then I'm like, I'm giving away strategies to my number one fucking rival in the world at everything. And I don't want to do that. Right. I refuse to continue to do that. So my strategy I don't 100% agree with the quarterback in the first round as a mistake. It depends on you and how you pick. It's on you. That's really that's hard to say. If you feel that way, I get it, and I'm okay with it. I normally avoid it, but I've gotten burned with both strategies, so my strategy is completely changed in regards to that. I look at that completely different. It depends on how the draft is playing out by the time it gets to me.
Now, my next common mistake people make for their drafts, I know 110% you will agree. Rookies. Never, ever pick a rookie in the first round.
Depends.
You can get
rookie running backs put up numbers.
There might have been a lot of people that picked Travis Etienne first round last year.
I bet they did not like that.
That was a mistake, though.
But because he got hurt, that's the only reason why.
But it was a mistake, though. But yeah, rookie running backs can put up numbers.
I mean, look at Zeke's first year.
I mean, because running backs get the ball, run the ball. You know what I'm saying? They're pretty, and they lose durability over time, off times. So they're probably fresher and better early on than they are later on. So I'm not totally against rookies in general, but rookie quarterbacks, I'm not doing that.
Hell no.
No, I learned my lesson last year.
It depends on the position.
Big head. You said I learned my lesson last year.
It wasn't that I picked them first; it was because I started them a week or two.
Yeah. Take heed to that. Yeah. It depends on the position with that. But again, let's move on because I don't like discussing strategy.
Well, that's actually the last thing we got for tonight.
I got something.
Okay.
So we're in a group called SWFGG, and I want to give props to SWFGG. I want to give a shout out to my boy Jab and Johnny the Mechanic, as most people know him. We've been going strong for a long time. The group was born. I'll give y'all a little backstory on the group. I know we're way past time, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But we did start late, so we're past time. Not as far as it looks, but we are past time. But I still want to give a little backstory on it. So I started a league a long time ago called the Nasty Football League. It's the oldest league in the group, even though it's not technically in the group. But it was the group that was the brainchild for Jab to come up with the idea to start the Southwest Fantasy Football Group. The group has grown. It's a lot of fun. They talk a lot of shit. Okay. So we have a group called, they started the AD Swan came in and created the group battles. I call them gang fights. Everybody, but he called it the Clash, right? So the Clash was this group of teams versus that group of teams, which was awesome. Which was an awesome idea. And it took off. And there's spurred other groups within the group. It was first just EFG and SWG. Now you got Death Row. You got the Broad Street Bullies. You got the Nasty Boys and NWO are actually subsidiaries of EFG, but you still have those groups that are out there that can compete with the other groups. And Jab found a group who stole the name EFG. Yes, I'm gonna say it. I'm calling them bitches out. So they stole the name EFG, and he went in on it. He got too hot and happy with them, right? So hot and happy, I got tired of him quoting shit from them and putting them in our group, and I was like, bro, fuck them. You know, I mean, I don't want to. If I want to hear what they're saying, I'll join that group.
Right.
Well, it turns out he did that a little bit too often. and found out that one of the guys that he had brought in our group joined that group behind him and gave them the strategy of the clash, and they stole it.
Damn.
They call it Team Takedown. And not only they steal it, they didn't include us. They said, we got another group that we used to partner with that we've been using to help each other grow and sharing ideas with, called ACA, which is Armchair Assholes or something like that. So them and the Armchair Assholes would put together the Team Takedown. We'll take our best 8 and go up against their best 8. And Jab lost it. Like, these motherfuckers stole our shit. Right? And he raised hell over there. And he raised so much hell that the challenge was put out. How about we take on your group? So the other EFG group is taking on the SWFFG group. I was not in the group at the time. He hit me on my messenger and asked me to get in.
Okay.
But he had already put it in the group, so by the time I got in, it was already full. So he's got representatives from all the families, but unfortunately, I was unable to make it into the fray because I wasn't paying attention to the group at the time when he first announced it. Then he announced it to me afterwards when he realized, oh shit, Squirrel's not in the group, so he came to the group and blah blah blah, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm still rooting for him because the enemy of they me and my brother are rivals, but fuck you.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
No, that ain't the same. That ain't what I'm trying to say. Me and my brother are rivals, but you ain't my motherfucking brother. You fuck with my brother, then fuck you. You can't fuck with my brother. I can fuck with my brother. Right. You can't. Right? That's what it came down to.
I got you.
That's a whole totally. The reason I joined EFG was the enemy of my enemy is my friend. That's how I joined EFG. But this case, these motherfuckers are strangers. Fucking with my sibling rivalry.
Yep.
Right? They ain't fucking with my sibling rival, and fuck you. You need your ass beat. So I still want in if I can get in, and I know a couple people that's in that I deserve to be in over, but I ain't gonna mention no names. But I will say this. There's this bitch in the SWFGG that I'm hearing. Now, there's a motherfucker following me. He comment on everything I post. He say shit to me all the time. He don't understand. I can't see your post. I don't even see your shit. I don't respond to why do you constantly. I have never in my life tried that hard to get another man's attention.
Look. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Especially one who's paying no attention to me. The motherfucker, I am paying you zero attention. The only reason I know is because I make a comment, and then I see the comments below of people going back and forth with him. But I only see their comments. Like Carlton today. Carlton and I used to bang heads, but we've made peace, and me and Carlton are cool. And so Carlton was saying something, and we were talking, then he said something. I was like, damn, why are you going at me like that? And then I started noticing he's tagging this other person in his comments. So I was like, okay, so that motherfucker's saying shit, and they're going back and forth.
Yeah.
And I can only see Carlton's comments.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, why is this motherfucker, what the fuck is going on with this dude? So I'm gonna go live in the group and really address this correctly. And I'm gonna make your day. I'm gonna actually address him individually and make his fucking day. But I'm just saying, I never can say that I've ever in my life wanted to get somebody's attention this bad. I just don't know. There's no man that I know that I wanted his attention. And Big Ed, you know me. Yep. I done met all kind of motherfuckers.
Right.
Celebrities and shit. I done everybody. Motherfuckers galore. I done 50 Cent, Meth and Red, Scarface. I done met all them motherfuckers, man. You know me. You know what I done been. I was doing radio. I met so many motherfuckers. I've never kissed none of their ass. Right. I've never run up trying to get none of them motherfuckers' attention if they ain't trying to have my attention.
Right.
I've never chased a motherfucker down and say, hey, but what about me? And there's a line of motherfuckers going, blah, blah, blah. Now, if it's different with somebody I know, and I was, yo, what's up? And that's cool, right? But if it's a nigga I don't know, but he's a celebrity and everybody's trying to clamoring for his attention, I'm gonna let y'all do it. I'm not going to.
Right.
Why is this motherfucker so adamant about getting my attention? And see, his problem is, I'll tell you his number one problem, and I'm gonna say this again. I'm gonna repeat this over there. He's trying to be Jab. He see me and Jab go at each other, so he want to be a part of that.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is, I've been knowing Jab literally my whole fucking life.
Right.
We have a relationship you can't understand. And we've been rivals for decades. Long before this. At everything. Nigga, chess, Scrabble, tic-tac-toe, motherfucking hopscotch, two squared, basketball, baseball, football, every fucking thing you can name. Nigga, we used to make rival radio stations when we was kids. Nigga, we used to have a cassette player here, the radio playing there, and create our own radio station and compete with each other's radio. We have to have competing radio stations, making tapes, everything. We used to DJ together. What made us dope as a team, as DJs, is that we was always trying to outdo each other. Who gonna rock the house? Who gonna make the party jump the hardest, right? And we competed that, and that made us great as a team. But we were a team. We were still a duo. We cool. We just like to compete with each other.
Right.
I don't know you. There's a big difference.
Yep.
Right? We used to be in a rap group together. And we were great because we like to compete. Matter of fact, our competitiveness broke us up. We broke up because me and him wouldn't stop competing with each other. Neither one of us would relinquish control on who's the leader of the group. So he quit and started his own group and then competed against us. And we whooped their ass. Handily. I proved my superiority in that case. We used to break dance against each other. He won that one. I mean, so it was win some, lose some, but we were always competing.
Right.
That's who we are. That's what we do. That's our friendship. Yep. I don't have a friendship with you. You're not my friend. I don't know you. He goes on this narrative talking about I'm scared. Who am I? Why would I be scared of you? He got one chip in his entire career in this fucking group. He'd won one championship his whole time being in the group. Not just in 1 year. The whole time he's been in the group, he's won one championship. What am I scared of?
Right.
Even if you won several, it's fantasy football. What the fuck am I scared of?
Right.
Yo, OG. Look,
you're being fake. You're being fake to get my attention, and it's fucking clear as day. It's transparent. It's fucking you. Do you know what the truth is? I think you're fucking gay.
Oh, wait a second. You should have hit that explosion right there.
God damn it. You're fucking fake. You know what? You're right. And if I'm scared, that is why, right? And if somebody is scared of you and you continue to attack them as they try to avoid you, that makes you a bully. So, yeah, I'm a homophobe. I'm scared of fags. I'm scared of your faggot ass. So leave me the fuck alone because you're a faggot ass bully in that case.
Hey, look, OG, I really wish you could have saw the exchange him and I had, where I shut his ass down. I made sure he understood. I knew he was a nobody. And yes, baby girl, I am talking about you. OG, you don't know about that, but yes, he is baby girl to me from now on.
Is that God's favorite in Iron Man?
Probably.
What?
Is that God's favorite?
I don't know. I'm not mentioning.
I don't know who that is.
He is known to me. He is known to me as the doorman. Because when he first started trying to engage me, every time I talked to Jab, he tried to be a part of the conversation. And I would tell him, I don't talk to you. You're the doorman. I'm talking to your leader. I don't talk to the doorman. I'm a boss. I talk to a boss.
Right.
I don't talk to the doorman. So I'm not engaging with you. And he just won't stop. So I just had to block him so that I don't have to hear him no more.
Right.
And he just won't, this faggot won't stop following me. But anyway. I'll address it directly. Address it directly live so that he can be happy. I'll call him by the doorman, the name that he knows, and just address it and clear the air. And if you want to keep going, he can keep going. Just as long as he understands that everybody can hear you but me, you bitch.
Right.
Yes, I'm scared of fags. I'm scared of you, you fucking faggot. I'm a homophobe. Bye. And you know what else?
You better shut your white mouth. I'm not kidding you.
Oh. But that
All right.
last, yeah. Woo.
That's it. I'm done, man. I'm done.
Okay.
All right,
done.
ladies and gentlemen, that's it then. That's it for the showdown tonight.
I already apologized for my rant. So,
Bitch!
I'm out.
Stay tuned. We got the Wayz verse coming up.
Yo, we out of here, man. That's the Showdown. Thank y'all for joining us on the Showdown. We the Nasty Boys, and we gonna do this every single week, man. We'll be back. I had to get that off my chest and get it out my system. I'll catch y'all next time, man. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. This is the Showdown.